Hello and welcome to Mengelicious Moments. My name is David Boos and this video is a quick channel update. First off, a quick note to our German viewers, which I will repeat in English afterwards. Wenn Sie diesen Kanal bisher verfolgt haben, dann haben Sie ja gemerkt, dass wir bisher hauptsächlich ein deutschsprachiger Kanal waren, was auch nicht immer ganz eindeutig war, da ja viele der Begleittexte dann auf Englisch gehalten wurden. Es war also immer schon das Ziel, auch ein internationaleres Publikum mit einzubeziehen. Nun aber, da ich vor allem auch nicht die Zeit habe, um permanent bilingual zu arbeiten, wird es wahrscheinlich in nächster Zeit einmal ein primär englischsprachiger Kanal werden. Sollte Sie das allerdings vor bestimmte Probleme stellen und Sie sich wirklich wünschen, dass auch explizit deutschsprachige Inhalte erstellt werden, dann können Sie mir diesbezüglich immer eine Nachricht in den Kommentaren hinterlassen und bei entsprechendem Interesse werde ich dann eventuell erwägen, um das dann auch wieder anders zu gestalten. Für den Moment bitte ich allerdings um Ihr Verständnis. A quick summary in English. So far this channel has been mostly a German-speaking channel, but as you can hear now I'm talking in English to you because I want to reach a broader audience, and therefore I asked our German viewers to actually leave me comments if that is a problem for them and if they really want explicitly German-speaking videos. But for the moment I hope to reach a broader audience in English like that. So please, if you're in favor of English-speaking videos, then you may also leave me a comment so I know approximately where people stand on this matter. Right, but now let's dive right into the topic of today's video, the channel update. If you've been following this channel over the last couple of years, in which thanks a lot for that because not much really has been happening, then you know that since the release of our documentary The Gothic Sound, Der Gotische Klang, we've barely produced any videos. That's not because we've lost interest in producing videos, but because as we professionalized our workflow, or I professionalized my workflow, I became actually a full-time filmmaker, and my demands and expectations on quality became higher and higher, thus making it even harder to just go out and set up a camera and set up a recorder and just go for it. And that was a little bit depressing because the better the videos were that I could make, the less of them I made, at least for us here. I did it professionally, of course. Last year, for instance, I tried to break that spell a little bit by recording 4 videos in Brackwede to Dvorak transcriptions I made many years ago, a Bach piece and a contemporary piece by Pier Damiano Peretti. And if you go back and watch those videos, then you will see the clear quality increase that has happened with regards to lighting, camera, sound, etc., etc. I don't know about the playing, but hopefully that has been good before that as well. But the point here is that, unfortunately, because we haven't really taken care of our channel over the last couple of years, those videos went sort of unnoticed. We didn't generate a lot of views because that's the way YouTube just works. If you don't release a lot of videos for a period of 3 or 4 years, they basically consider you a dead channel and don't recommend your videos a whole lot to outside viewers. But we hope to change things in the nearby future, and I will explain to you why. First off, there will be more organ videos to come. Why is that, you ask? Well, if you're friends with me on Facebook or in real life, then you probably know by now that we recently just moved because my wife Olga, who you know from maybe some previous of our videos as well, has gotten a new job. In fact, she's gotten the job here in Tangermünde at the St. Stephanskirche, where she is the organist and the cantor, as they call it in German, of the big Handscherer organ from 1624. Yes, it's a very, very special instrument, and we're very excited because this is a new motivation for us to go out there and find solutions. Also for myself to just say, okay, whatever my expectations on quality and on filmmaking workflow are, we just have to grab the chance and just produce videos here. And so that is definitely something that is going to happen, hopefully very soon. Maybe less so in winter because it's a big church, it's unheated, and it's really pretty cold there. But we will do something very soon. Second of all, there will be sort of what I refer to organ vlogs, rather than a direct documentary such as Der Gotische Klang about the organ here in Tangermünde. It's not that I wouldn't like to do it, it's just that the amount of work it takes to do that is enormous, and it is time we don't have right now. compared to 4 years ago or 5 years ago when we made the Gotische Klang, not only have we gotten 4 or 5 years older, we also have a 20-month old child now, which is very demanding, as everybody will know who has had one of those. So as such, it is something that we just can't fit in our workflow right now. But who knows, maybe that will change in the future again. We hope so. But in the meanwhile, I hope to make small vlog-like videos similar to this, but actually in the church at the organ, you know, maybe walking around. Who knows the exact form in which it's going to happen, but in which I'm going to touch upon certain things about the organ and, you know, things that are on my mind. So that is something that you can look forward to if that is something you'd be interested in. Third of all, talking videos such as this, or in other circumstances. Basically, a very similar idea to what I just described as the organ vlog thing, just not only limited to the organ, but to maybe more general things. I've picked up reading a lot more again over the last couple of years again, and it is something that gives me a lot of inner peace and balance. And I think there is a couple of things that I want to share on certain books that I might have read, and you know, give some book reviews as such. I don't want to specify too much where this is going. It might actually also go into filmmaking and photography territory. But I don't want to promise too many things right now. Just don't be surprised if something comes out that is not directly organ related. And who knows, maybe it will be still interesting for you. Fourth of all, and last but not least, you may expect something, at least over the next 2-3 weeks, to be released, which is part of a project I had before we actually knew we were going to move to Tangermünde. You see, in Bielefeld, in Brackwede, in our house, I built actually a rather large home studio around a year ago. And part of that plan was to actually start a long-form interview podcast channel in which I was going to talk with musicians, but also scientists, philosophers, etc., etc. Title of the whole project was The offene Diskurs, the open discourse. Now, that is a project that was very dear to me and to my heart, and actually, as you can see here now, this is not my private room, and our marriage hasn't failed and I'm living again as a bachelor here. No, this is actually part of the studio space I'm renting here in Tangermünde. And over there, I have a rather large room, which hopefully was designed to become my replacement studio, where I could set up as that. Whether that is going to happen in the future and whether I have the time for it now with all the new challenges facing us here in Tangermünde, we'll have to see about that. But over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to release, or 2-3 weeks, I'm going to release 2 interviews that I already shot in summer. The first interview to be released will be with Robert Harris, musician and neurologist who works at the University of Groningen. And it will be about what music does to our brains and improvisation especially also. So it's a very interesting topic with a clear-cut relation to music, which I did actually in my home studio. That was last summer. It was one of the hottest days of the year, so don't be surprised if you see me sitting around in shorts. And the other interview is with David Engels, who is known from his book Auf dem Weg ins Imperium, but also from a couple of other books he's recently released, who is a historian and quite busy working about questions of culture and identity and things like that. And that interview was actually shot in German also last August, and that will be released after the interview with Robert Harris. If that is a format you'd like to see more and that piques your interest, then please, again, do leave me a comment and let me know whether that is something you want to see more of. And if I see there is some interest, then it might be easier for me to convince myself and my wife to actually put more time into this project, because we want to reach an audience, of course, with what we're doing, and so we'll have to see what works. So in any case, those are the things you can expect very soon from us. And I hope that it all generates a bit of interest and that now you are a little bit piqued about what could be coming out of Tangermünde in the nearby future. So stay tuned and please leave a like and a subscribe to stay on top of news when there's a new video coming out of our channel, which will hopefully be very soon. Thanks and have a good day.